Welcome back to the Caribou Data Science channel. This is the midweek Midnight Madness sessions. This is going to be SSIS round 2. Good news is that I finally figured out how to get the how to get stuff to upload to SSIS. Okay, it was actually, as is usually the case, it was embarrassingly simple. Okay. But anyway, the other thing that's been going on this evening is that today is that I went back and I'm redoing the script a little bit to create the actual call data, the call detail records, the CDR records. I replaced the names of certain categories with numbers to make it more of a straight database table, a transaction table, meaning it doesn't have any of the category names in it, like car or train or bus for the travel option. It just has 0, 1, it has 1, 2, and 3. Because the dimension tables are already set up inside of SQL Server. Okay, so I'm actually creating the transaction database in Postgres. Then of course we use SSIS to move the tables to our data warehouse. And then we'll do the. Before I do that, let's just try to get the database table to. Was there something else inside of the? Something else I wanted to add. Oh, I was thinking about maybe like a country code or something like that. So come over and do this. And we'll try to get the. So we will get the call data information uploaded to the Postgres database. Okay. Now the data, we have also expanded the data. We go all the way back to January of 2023. So we will have 5 quarters worth of data. Okay. Then what we're looking for, we need to create a new calendar also. I wonder if I have the calendar. When I tried to upload the new detailed data today, I got an error on some of the column types I was trying to import. That's not a big deal. Once I figured out how to read the error, how to get the log messages. We could, of course, export the data as Excel. Then we don't have to worry so much about it. Let's see if we have the calendar code in here. Okay. So let's start something hopefully a little easier. We'll ask ChatGPT to write us the Python code to recreate this this data. Certainly it's taken visual code a while to get warm up died in it. What could have happened to the calendar code? Certainly it's taken a long time to get let's just maybe cause using all the resources to do the live stream. Most interesting, huh? No, my guess is it's just because I'm running Prism in the background on a laptop and I'm playing some music. Okay. We'll come up here, take a quick sample of our calendar, and ask ChatGPT to write the Python code to create the calendar. We're going to get the DDL statement, the create table statement, and that way it'll get we'll actually get the column types to the names. And as I was saying, I got the join to work. And what I was missing was an actual, again, it's embarrassing, it's an embarrassing mistake, but in the actual join statement, so when you open up the dialog box, you select the columns you want to output, and that's what I wasn't doing. And I'm also doing a much better job of importing various data types, CSV files, Excel, copying files from SQL Server to Postgres and so forth. So we may wind up doing some an EDA if we can't get Visual Studio to load. The trouble with Visual Studio, yeah, it's a pretty good load. I mean, it's a fairly robust, to put it politely, application. Robust, in other words, bloated. It's a fairly large application to load. And I'm loading it in a virtual machine with the Prism Log running in the background and music playing. So. Here you can see my online transaction processing. That contains the transaction database will contain all the transactions, all the data, the day-to-day data related to the running of the business. Okay. Let's go over here. This is interesting. Here's our tape. Okay. This will go to ask ChatGPT to write some Python code for us. And I'm going to use the be a fairly quick snap for this. Let's see. Interesting. Okay, what it is, because I gave it to an SQL, right? Ah, nice. It went in and created what is hopefully the, oh, by the way, if you're on the, we get too wrapped up here, but I got a favor to ask before we get too deep here. You know, I would appreciate if you gave the channel one of these for me, okay? Of course, if you're in the background, you stop by the chat session and say hi, hit that like button for me, hit that subscribe button for me today, and share the channel with one of your data analytics friends, okay? Let's go over here. I already updated my my repository today. Oh, this isn't right, is it? We forgot to switch to the correct environment. Just to be perfectly clean about this, let's just no, this is not a dimension. This is still just a, right, this is still just a regular, this goes into the main thing here. Let's do one minor thing. Let's come over here. Or not, we won't do it tonight. I was going to move the latest call data records to the, here's our code. I think that certainly Pandas is already installed. Now again, if you're not familiar with Anaconda or mini Anaconda, the idea is you have separate environments for each project. And by using separate environments, you can use different versions of the same program. Right now my base Python is 3.11.7, but I can use 3.12.x if I wanted to. But simply specifying that when I create the project. So it allows you, and where this one place that I found this come into effect so far is with the package Profit. Profit, at least the version it comes with, Anaconda, doesn't support Python 3.12 yet. Okay. See how it's taking a few minutes to load this? I think this is just a problem with the code. Okay, good. That's kind of what I thought, but first of all we have to come up here and put our YAML in. This is one of those scripts that's almost tempted to oh no. Well, you know what, we could just for shits and giggles go ahead and create this way. Let's get rid of this then. Username, Postgres. Password, my super secret password as a strong and complicated password, as DT would say. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Host, we're going to call this what's the traditional port? What is it? To 30 days has September, April, June under pressure. We're going to change this. Well, we're actually going to change this to we're going to give ourselves 2 years worth of data here. So if it exists, which it does, it's going to replace it. So let's just see what happens here. We might as well just do a quick bar plot with the number of days per month. What do you think? And as always, it takes a little bit of time to get the kernel loaded the first time. And normally I'll just mention that it can in fact create a Python notebook as part of the build process. Of course, again, I also mention one more time, if you give me one of these tonight, it would mean a lot to me, okay? Also, of course, if you're in the background, don't be shy. Stop by the chat session and say hi. Click the like button for me. And what does that mean? Okay, so we got a problem here. It probably isn't this section up here. Okay? Because those are just variables. Probably isn't this here either, because that doesn't really do anything. Of course, this should go up there, but I'm going to leave it there for the time being. So anyway, let's go over here. Let's just load the libraries and our details. Waiting for the green check mark here. Good. So that means the problem's down here someplace. Let's do the data frame is called what? Counter DF. Let's just come down here and do a quick This guy wants me to start a freelance business. I have a hunch that I'll probably do most of the coding. Let's see. Come back over here. The error operation blah blah blah. No PGH for the host. To your Postgres database specifically. Hey, thanks for stopping by. I'm trying to,
Quiet in the car.
You know when to talk.
You know when it's not.
You give me the starting note,
You laugh at all my jokes.
and you leave
Okay.
that first light on.
Thank you. The music is compliments of Facebook, what's it called, Facebook Sound, which is a whole collection of freely to use songs of different types and genres. This is the blues version. Anyway, I'm trying to.
Sad makes me blue. But with you here beside me, I know just what I'm gonna do. I'll do the little things we do. Oh, baby, just you do me like you. Oh, baby, I'm gonna do you like that.
Yeah, so I was getting a long error message. What I'm doing is I've been doing I've been helping a friend with a project, the SSIS project, and so I was trying to. I've been creating. I don't think so. I'm too old to be getting that type of stress. I'm 68. I have enough stress just trying to help my friend from Tunisia do her school project.
Never thought I would go down this road I've been on. But the
So I've been doing SSIS and rebuilding an online transaction processing database. The data is being randomly created using Python, but the business is supposedly Tunisian cell phone companies.
ever since we were told we would never go far, we headed out on the road. So you know who we are.
Yeah, and I'm getting a bunch of error messages. It has something to do.
The sun and the stars. Wish I may, and I just might.
has to do with like encryption or something like that. So I'll comment all this stuff out for the time being. And instead, I'm just going to write it out to an Excel file. You know, in some ways, Python is a little more complicated than R to work with databases. So anyway, so let's try this again. It's actually fairly easy to import Excel files into Postgres using SSIS. Okay, and by using a Excel file, I don't have to worry about the column types either. So let's just see what happens here. No, age is a matter of sleep. I have trouble staying awake for 8 hours a day anymore. I mean, it's like all the work I put into this project, and it's been a lot of work because the person I'm working with from Tunisia doesn't really have a background in data analytics or data science. This is part of a class she's taking. So I'm doing all the heavy lifting. I'm doing all the programming, the creating the database and stuff like that. And she's gonna wind up creating the final project. So have you ever done anything with SSIS or SSAS before in the SQL Server? Oh man. Username Postgres. I should just delete that, but I won't. So, like I say, yeah, what can we say? Besides, come on, it's you know, ChatGPT and AI is killing the jobs anyway. There's nothing left to do. I mean, a person with no programming experience could go to ChatGPT and say, hey, and describe a calendar file and say, write me R, write me Python, and it would do it. Besides, working for a living takes, besides, doing it for a living takes all the fun out of it, you know. It's like I used to be in photography and I started doing it for a living and it wasn't any fun anymore. So what are you currently doing for a living? That's the question. What are you currently doing for a living? So there's our calendar. And this is just a plot of the number of days per month, by the way. And by the way, February of this year was a leap year, so there was 29 days in it. So now we should have a. Oh, by the way, I'm using a package called Quattro, which is sort of a notebook. But as you can see, it's a plain text notebook. Okay, so if you can actually open the QMD file up in an editor and you'll be able to read all the code. So that's what you see here. But it's a very easy way. It works with Python. It works with R. And you can create PDF documents, HTML documents, you can PowerPoint presentations. You can even create some basic dashboards using Quattro. It works for R and Python both. So it really is a fantastic tool. Okay. So let's come over here now. Take a look at our spreadsheet. So tell me, friend, what is your background? Calendar data. So we should have 2 years worth of data.
Could
732 rows. All right. Let's just pull this little bugger up into SSIS. SSIS, SSAS are run out of Visual Studio, by the way. That was interesting. Now, it's taking a while to load this last time because I'm running it on top of I'm running a virtual machine on top of my laptop, and I'm live streaming. So could it be I don't have enough memory to load Visual Studio up right now? It kind of sucks I couldn't get the Postgres to load. Of course, we could try to do it in R, couldn't we? Because sometimes to work with databases is actually a little bit easier. So these are what is called packages in SSIS. All right, I'm going to close this. That was my earlier attempt to upload my the actual detailed data. Let's see if this is my calendar here. Yeah, what SSIS does, it does a couple things. It has the ability to import different types of data, CSV, text, Excel spreadsheets, probably even more than that. Then you can do it's an ETL tool. Okay, it's an ETL tool. All right. So you can import the data into multiple databases. Then you can use it to do some transformations. Let's see what this. Let's change our source to Excel. Now don't be too impressed with what I'm doing, because this has been like 2 weeks to get me to the point I can actually do this right here. So okay, view source. Browse. Calendar dates. Click columns here. Sheet 1, columns. So this looks good. And the advantage of using Excel or another database is it automatically picks up the column types, hopefully. Destination table, good. Columns. That looks good. Oh. Okay. So what do you think? We're on the right table, right? Let's hope so. Let's see what happens. it actually takes longer to load an Excel spreadsheet into a database than it does than it does a spreadsheet. It does a CSV file. But it's binary and it's a larger file. There we go. But like I said, it actually is more. It actually is easier to do it though. No, you don't need me. You need some young guy who's willing to work 50, 60 hours a week to earn a paycheck, okay? It's trying to make their way in the data science world. You don't need some guy like me whose skills are average and who has no desire to work 40 hours a week again, or more. These jobs normally wind up not being more than 40 hours a week. Besides, you probably couldn't afford me anyway. So what do you do for a living right now? That's my question. What do you do for a living right now? What's interesting about I'm using a program called here called dbeaver. It's what it does, interesting enough, it converts all the keywords to lowercase. But what the advantage of it does, you could you can use it with multiple data, you can use it with SQL. You can use it with SQLite. You can use it with Postgres. You can use it with SQL Server. So it supports a lot of different databases. So this is the free version. One thing that's kind of curious, when it puts the table names in quotes, then it automatically creates an alias for it. So let's see our date table looks. There it is. What do you think? Once again, the table was created by, the code for the table was created by ChatGPT. See, there's your secret. You don't need me. You need ChatGPT. They only charge you. ChatGPT only charge you $20 a month to do your coding for them. Okay. So let's go back and let's create an Excel file for the call records, and I've expanded the call records from 100,000 to 500,000, so all the way back from January 1st of last year up to March 31st of this year. So it's going to cover 5 quarters. Okay. So I'm going to ask you again, tell me about your background. Okay, tell me about your background. Better yet, send me a copy of your resume so I can see exactly who I'm talking to. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to create the okay. There's our new call data record there. So this, once again, this was the code, of course, was written by ChatGPT, and it was based on a record layout for some call detail data. So all the data is random. The dates are random. The customer phone numbers are all random. And I expanded it from 3 months worth of data, the fourth quarter 2023, to hey, Rayo, how you doing, my friend? I am working on some call data for mobile providers in Tunisia. I was just explaining to Suba here that all the data is created as random. And I'm also working with SSIS to build the OLAP and OTAP, the online the OLAP and to build the, right now I'm using it to build the online transaction database, which will eventually turn into an online analytic database. What's it, OTAP and OLAP and OTAP or something like it, I don't know. So this Python code here, which was written by ChatGPT, is going to create 500,000 random call center call data records. You know, the number is call originated, things like mobility type. Most important is going to be the call time in minutes. Okay. Then we use SSIS to upload it to my Postgres database, which is where my transaction processing database is. So let's see if this works. The data that is created randomly is pretty boring. As when you can look at the histogram and the box plots, it's not very exciting data at the clump level, but it is. When you go down, and actually when it gets most interesting, we do something like the average call time per day. Yeah, this is part of a project. I've been helping a young lady from Tunisia. It's for a class project, for like the big class project of the year of this session or something like that. You know, we started one place, and we said, well, we're starting from the wrong end here. We have to start back from the other end. And she keeps thinking she needs a data warehouse, and she wants to do modeling and stuff like that. But you know, honestly, the data is so random. It's going to be kind of hard doing type of forecasting. And you're supposed to also do things like look for fraud detection. Well, trouble is the client hasn't given us any business rules, so we don't. So we're just kind of making up the rules. You know, just making up the rules as we go along. You say, well, you know, a call's less than 30 seconds or longer than 90 minutes is suspect, and stuff like that. We also have a table for text messaging. Okay, we create, you know, a table that contains the customer number, the date, and number of text messages for that day. I have to go back and redo that because again, I'm going to go back and do 500,000 records now. But anyway, I wonder where that code is. So tell me, Rael, what are you up to this evening? Do I have the SSIS numbers here? Look, this is in my current directory, so we may take a look at this and try to go back and recreate the table for our SMS data. 1,000 customers, 500,000 records over the last 14 months. But as you'll see in a moment, like I say, the data is pretty boring. Now with SSIS, the advantage is you can import different types of data, from database to database, from Postgres to SQL Server and so forth. It can handle CSV file, it can handle Excel files, and so forth. Okay, you can of course do fancy stuff like what SSIS is. It's an ETL tool. If you're familiar with one, it used to be called Telnet. Similar idea. You can import data, you can do the transform functions, and then you can load it into the database. So you can do all three. You know, you can do aggregations and stuff like that, and joins and stuff. You on the inside is I'm doing me and ChatGPT are doing all the coding. I'll say again, you know, all the code I'm using for this project, the original code was written by ChatGPT. And a lot of times it was written on the free version. Okay. Yeah, it could take a couple minutes to dig this code up here. While we're waiting, let's just take a look at our data over here. So far we got, not sure why that one's there, but if you create a table, by default, it's going to create this table unless you tell it to do something different, okay? Audit and calendar and customers and mobile type. These are going to turn into dimension tables in the data warehouse. The two main fact tables right now are, of course, the call data records, one row for each call, and then of course the SMS text message records. Again, one row for each day for each customer. Here you can see kind of what I did with the calendar table. Okay, call date. This that's actually a year. Maybe I should change it to, I don't know, maybe not. Quarter and year and quarter, the number of the month, the name. Abbreviation, month, name, day of the week, name of the day of the week, and of course the day of the week abbreviation. So how are we doing over here? getting close to the end. For this portion anyway, I think what I'll do is, I'm feeling a little frisky this evening. I'll go ahead and rerun the SMS code. Upload that. So I'm going to upload this file here, the detail records, SMS records. Then I'm going to call it a night. I'm already 16 minutes over my time limit. I normally do this for like 1 hour, but I'm feeling good tonight because things are working. And it does take a little longer to create the Excel file, by the way. There's 3 cell networks in Tunisia. And the 3 network names are randomly applied, or will be randomly applied to the customer. So we had this really nice schema set up with the in the data warehouse. And we made it say, hey, this is the same data. Let's just keep it the way it is. Either that, we'll go back and we start over again and create all the primary and foreign keys. So tell me, Ray, have you worked with like SSIS or SSAS before? Take a look at customers here while we're here. While we're waiting. So you can see here, here's the cell phone number. That's the customer number. That's going to want to be the primary key. And what this is going to want to be, this is going to want to be in the last call made by this customer, date for the last call, and stuff like this. These could be like this is the cell network identification. Okay, data plan will be like, I got a table with some data plan, but I haven't figured out what to do with it yet. What's at the end over here? SMS. So this would be whether or not you have SMS, and this could also be the SMS plan. All right. Mobile's nothing much there. Mobility type, audits is like it's like the audit for the call times, whether or not it's a good call or suspect or or fraud or something like that, so forth. Mobile would be the should be the 3 networks. Yeah, so there's the 3 networks. Keep it nice and simple. Certainly it's taken a long time to create that Excel file, isn't it? I'm going to wind up saving the SMS till tomorrow night. So I'll do tomorrow sometime. My next live stream will be Monday at midnight. I like to have 4 days for the videos to hit YouTube and get some responses to it. But, there is a link in the description to the whole playlist for SSIS, including videos showing you how to import CSV file, Excel file, and from another database. And a 4th video, as I say, the 4th video in the trilogy shows you how to export data to an Excel file. So tell me, Riel, what are you up to this evening? I should have just stuck with the look at that, it's done. So we should get a report popping up here. As I explained to Suba, I'm using a program called package called Quattro, which makes it really easy to create different types of notebooks, things like HTML, PDF, Word docs, PowerPoint, and you can even create dashboards with it. So you see where all this data is being created randomly. So you can see the call distance. That's supposedly the distance between the two callers, you know, and supposedly if you have people and they're calling out of the country a lot, that could be a red flag. But you can see our maximum distance is only 99.9 miles or kilometers. I'm going to call it miles. I don't know what it is. But more importantly, the call time. The mean call time is 60 minutes. The minimum is 0.01 minutes. More importantly, the 25th quartile is 30, the median is 60, and the third quartile is 90. So this gives us an interquartile range of, that is right, 60. And as you can see, here's a history. I mean, you can see that the data is pretty boring. It's basically. You look down here, a very nicely balanced, what is that? Box plot. Okay, back over to SSIS. Here now. That's the calendar. Let's switch this back. Let's close this. This is Visual Studio 2022. Let's open up our sheet here. Flow chart, data flow. We're going to change our source up here from flat file to although flat file would probably load quicker, but I don't feel like doing it. We got this.
This morning, Lord, we're gonna lift each other
New.
and stand this world.
So where are we now?
Every time and every mother. We stand this world. You ever let you know. Let's lift each other up and watch it grow.
Is that the right one? Hang on a second. Let's make sure we're looking at the right thing here. Let's check this code here. There's that, but these are all old. So you can see that this this spreadsheet is 45 megabytes. I'll tell you what, I'll get it started, then I'm going to bring this session to a close so you guys can go to bed. See how long it's taken to do the preview even. Yeah, this could take a while to get this uploaded. It would have been quicker to do it with CSV and just adjusted the columns a little better. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and bring this session to a close. I'm already 30 minutes over my time limit. Thanks so much, guys.